For the 5th time in 8 seasons, the Monroeville Lady Eagles have found themselves in the Final Four. This time taking on a newbie, the Roeder Raiders, making their first ever appearance to the state semifinal here from Vandalia Butler High School, just outside Dayton. Winner moves down the road to Wright State University, the Nutter Center, for Saturday afternoon's state championship match. Who will meet the winner of Calvert and TCC? We'll find out right here on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have for the live and free audio cast and the full-on restream as well. We'll be back with pregame after this.
Homan Transportation, hauling fresh milk and cream from the farm to your table. Proud supporter of the Monroeville Eagles.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
We welcome you inside the Monroeville Athletic Boosters pregame show for this, the Division 7 Final Four between number 4 Roeder, number 5 Monroeville. The Lady Eagles flying back to a state semifinal for the 5th time in 8 seasons. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi alongside Jonathan Langdon. And Jonathan, this looks like it's going to be one of the premier matchups of day one of the state semis across Dayton.
I mean, just look at the atmosphere here today. This is what you play for, isn't it, Travis? Just to get here to a state Final Four, to make your fans travel all this way, to see a spectacle that this is here at Vandalia Butler High School, a beautiful facility here just on the outskirts of Dayton. And the winner of this going to a state championship game on Saturday. And of course, many Monroeville fans tuning in live and free. It's a 3-hour drive for them to get here, and
yes,
we don't blame you if you're listening to us, but we're glad that we can bring you the best coverage that we legally can today.
Yes, so right now we're allowed to show you video beforehand, but once the match starts, it'll be an audio-only cast. However, once the match is over, we will put the whole shebang, video, audio, back up for you later on. But we can show you our pregame show, like I said, brought to you by the Monroeville Athletic Boosters. So let's get into it and take a look first at the team spotlight for the Roeder Raiders, making their first ever appearance to the state Final Four. Thank you, OHSA, for advancing us to 7 divisions, because this is happening a lot here in the last 2 years. They're the Shelby County Conference co-champs with Fort Loramie, last year's state champs that they knocked off in the district final. And Anna, like I said, first Final Four appearance, and as a team, they're hitting 218.
Yeah, they're spectacular, and that area, that neck of the woods in Ohio is always a dominant place that we see a lot of teams come into Dayton for in volleyball every single year. Russia overall, just a great athletic department in other sports. It's great to see volleyball catching up.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to see it, have a chance to see if they can make some magic happen in their first ever appearance.
Well, this is going to be a matchup of first team All-Ohioans, and the first team All-Ohioan for the Raiders will be one Hazel Francis. Hazel Francis on the season, 99 blocks, Jonathan. She is just playing crazy volleyball at the net. Also 357 kills to go along with it.
Yeah, and whenever your star player is a middle, that gives you so much opportunity to dominate the front row, and that's really the place that you want to start when it comes to figuring out your opponent. If you can kind of hold those blocks, just like we know Hazel can do, as she's one shy of 100 just by herself on the season, that is going to really make Monroeville have to really change some things up if they can't even get the ball around blocks, and that's what Hazel is best at, is just simply keeping everything in front of her.
Now, the Lady Eagles, you and I were talking in our little break between state semifinals. They faced somebody like that and won Biz Klopp twice. They split 1-1, so at least they know who they are going up against here tonight. But she's a little bit better, doesn't have the ace quality that Biz does, but still a very, very good player.
Yeah,
now,
and she's 5'11" compared to Bisclop's 6'1", but she can jump out of the gym. She was a high jumper last year at track. She was a state qualifier in that category, Hazel was. But still, she's going to rise up and maybe catch some people by surprise with how well she gets up for some blocks.
They're hitting 234 as a team, 22 straight match wins. Their last loss in the opening week against Mohawk, who they came back and beat in 5 in the district championship match. Their 5th Final Four appearance in 8 seasons. And our player spotlight tonight is 1 kill away from 1,000 for her career. That is Madi Reiber, the honorable mention All-Ohioan. 327 kills to lead the team, 124 digs, and she's hitting 293.
Yeah, I got done with my game that day early, so I got to tune in, and I was really rooting for her to get that 1,000 in that regional championship game. But how much sweeter is it going to be here in this venue to hit 1,000 career kills? Because I'm telling you, folks, she's going to get it whether you like it or not, because Maddie is just that special of a player. They're not going to completely shut her down. It's going to be a special occasion, and a lot of Monroeville faithful have made their way out, not just to see that happen, but also potentially see Monroeville move on to play Saturday.
We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem, and when we come back, keys to victory and the first serve of this, the Division 7 State Final Four.
Homan Transportation, hauling fresh milk and cream from the farm to your table. Proud supporter of the Monroeville Eagles.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Back here inside the Monroeville Athletic Boosters pregame show where the players are being announced. Right now, the visitors, the Roeder Raiders, having their names announced here tonight. Travis Berardi back here with Jonathan Langdon, and let's get right into our keys for victory this evening and start with the Raiders of Roeder High School. And our two keys tonight, Mr. Langdon, yours, watch around the blocks.
Yeah, there's no doubt that you're going to get a touch a lot from Hazel Francis, who's one shy of 100 blocks on the season. If you're the rest of her teammates, like you've done all year, just really cover your bases because she does get blocks, but a lot of it careens off of her hands, and it leaves a lot of work for the rest of the team to do. So if you can keep an eye on that front row, maybe have somebody in help in case it takes a wicked deflection, try to keep that from giving Monroeville as many points as you possibly can.
Mind Hazel eyes. Get your eye on Hazel, get the ball to her, and let her cook. It's as simple as that. She's an All-Ohioan. That's what you do in a state tournament is you go to your All-Ohioans. And that is also what you're going to be seeing from our keys to victory for the Lady Eagles, the home team here in Butler High School.
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da.
Da-da-da-da.
We've used this joke so many times around Hollywood, but it works. It works. You have it. The Adams family, Alexa and Addie. Got to get going here on both sides. Mind balance. You want to know why I say balance? Because Gabby Luce, Riley Platt, Haley Moorman, they've been getting big kills as of late as well. So that's helping out the Adams family, as well as Mrs. 999, Madi Reiber. If you can have an all-around solid attack, you can be I'm choking up. You can be able to avoid Hazel's block because she doesn't know where it's going.
Well, if you're choking up now, it's going to be an emotional game, so get ready, Travis. But, yeah, Addie and Alexa, both over 200 kills, second and third on the team behind Reiber. I just think the supporting cast is so big, and that's kind of why I lean towards the Adams family. Everybody else you mentioned as well. It's going to take a team effort to get around Roeder, who come in as underdogs even though they're the higher seed just because they're not familiar with what we're seeing here today.
Exactly. And the senior class for Monroeville of the Adams and Reiber, they've been here before. They've been to a state championship match before and contributed there. Your coaches for tonight, Roeder is coached by Aaron Watkins, an Urbana University grad. Monroeville, Miss Kendra Snook from Heidelberg University.
Shout out to Coach Watkins, his 10th season, and he gets him to the Final Four. How about a milestone year across the board for these Roeder Lady Raiders, who we're going to get to see in action for the first time here live and free on this audio cast on the OH Report.
Well, for everybody else, you won't be able to see it currently for that because due to OHSA restrictions, the NFHS already had their crew down here, so we cannot pick that matchup yet. But you're seeing Kendra Snook on the replay, which we are bringing to you afterwards. But it's audio only from here on out, and we are about ready to go. Jonathan, the state Final Four. Monroeville looking to get back to the final. I know you and I hoping the two area teams do just for a great match in the final. But first, both teams have to go through some good squads that made it to the final.
Yeah, got to take care of business here. And, of course, Tiffin Calvert, the team will cover in the second game, already up in the wings, just taking in this game, ready for a scouting report if they can get past their game later tonight against Tuskegee Central Catholic. But Monroeville, they've got their libero out on the floor now, and it's about time for these two teams to really prove themselves in one of my favorite venues.
This is very cool. Been here last year, like we said, for Shelby. Back here now for this, and it should be one heck of a matchup. Like we said, audio only right now. You'll be able to watch it afterwards in full once the match ends. But you're seeing right now a packed house here, the first rows at least, as it will be Courtney Flipot, defensive specialist, one ace in that regional championship match. She will serve things away. Monroeville will get a chance at a first kill here from Butler. And we are underway in the state semifinal. This is going to be bumped left side to Mormon, off the block, dug up, now in system on the other side, but blocked into the net. Lady Eagles take the first point. It's 1-0 as you take a look at the Village Bard replay. It was Alexa Adams on the block.
Yeah, and your key has already been proven on Rushi's side that all eyes are on number 12. They sent it to her, however, a little bit too high.
Addison Homan, a first-team All-Ohioan with the serve. It's going to be pushed across, but dug up by Miller. Knocked left side, dink down. Monroeville leads 2-0.
The dinks are going to be big here. Nice job by Alexa up the middle, just really playing a spot inside that 10-foot line. That'll make it 2-0 Monroeville.
Homan, 18 digs in the regional championship win over Open Door Christian. Didn't need to get a lot of aces, but she will give that to you, as that's going to be a bit of a misreception. It's going to be a free ball. Monroeville will have a chance to make it 3-0. Lions with the set. Back set to Addie. Addie too strong. It wasn't tipped. And the Lady Raiders are on the board. It's 2-1.
Yeah, good idea trying to shuffle those blockers around early on Rushi's side. It was an open look, just to swing a little bit too high, and it sails way long.
Lily Francis back. She had 2 aces in that 5-set win over Fort Loramie for the regional title. Serves it. Received by Homan. Bumped right up at Lions. Dinked over by Alexa, won't go. Back to Francis. Francis can't get it to fall, but it's mishandled, and we're tied at 2.
Yeah, and that's all the result of a low reception on that side from Monroeville. It forced a couple players to make a quick, rational decision, and that was to try and get the second contact up, but two teammates got in each other's way.
Yeah, Lyons, the setter, and Alexa Adams both collided and couldn't get it to fall. 2-2. Low serve again. Lyons right there, and Adams cannot keep it inside, didn't get the tip. It's 3-2, Rushi.
And that's a result of Rushi kind of stacking up that middle. They want the Adams swingers to try to look to the near and far Lions and just try to paint those sides. Not working so far.
Alexa with the reception. Lions over to Addie. Addie's blocked, but Lions right there to Homan. Addie from mid-range, and nobody's there. It drops inside the line, 3-3.
Great job by Monroeville adjusting. That time the middle was left wide open, so when you hit your pin hitters on a set, you're looking right towards that middle, maybe even across the court. Those cut shots can be lethal.
Casey Poth's now in. She had 12 assists in that Open Door Regional Championship match. Poth's as well as Lyons, the two main setters for the squad. She angles it left side. This will be in system. Francis right at the net, dinks it and falls 4-3.
And that's just good ice there from Hazel Francis. Nobody there in that zone. Basically hit it to zone 2 and dropped it right on down. The block had already went up. Nobody there.
Back to serve Violet Armstrong now. Rushi leading this one 4-3, opening set of this D7 state semifinal. Whistle blown, and she serves it across. Short right at Addie. Back set for Alexa. Alexa gets it to go. Rifles it right side, ties it at 4.
And I think Rushi's going to quickly learn that those short serves are actually what Monroeville likes the most. It really helps them when the front row can get involved early, get a touch on the ball, and then sets them up nicely for their offense that is very heavily towards the middle of the floor.
The shorter the pass on the reception, the better a chance they get the kill. Alexa's serve, it's going to be pushed left side. The swing mid-range for Cordonier will drop.
Back and forth here early on. Campfire shot. Monroeville wasn't there. We'll see a couple of substitutions on both sides, but Rushi up by 1.
Cordonier, 10 kills, 22 digs in the regional final. Third, her brother, a stud baseball player, the last couple of years for the Raiders. This one will be in system. Back set for Addie. Addie dinks it over the block, but it's received there by Celeste Borchers. And then it's sent back across, and the Raiders had their largest lead of set 1, 2 points at 6-4.
That was actually a little mishit by Rushi, but it ends up working out. The top spin that resulted in that really helped get the extra point. They lead by 2 now.
Francis with the serve right at Homan. Homan to Post. Post to Platt. Platt swings, it's an overpass. Joust, Platt sends it back over. Now an in-system play. Left side swing, dug up by Homan. Back set for Addie, mid-range, but doesn't get it inside the line. It's 7-4 Rushi.
Raider fans really hype. A lot of them are going to be standing this entire match. I mean, there's a sea of blue right in front of us, and they're feeling pretty right now. They're up by 3.
Francis another serve. Too much. First service error of the match makes it 7-5. So now Addie will get her first service. She had 4 aces and 4 kills in the regional championship match. Angles that right side, received by Borchers. Ahead, swung, dug up by Addie. Back set for Mormon. Mormon, that's a nice dig. In system now is Rushi, and yes, it drops just inside the right line.
Nicely placed. That hit right on the far sideline, as you said, and Rushi quickly wins it back. They keep their lead up to 3.
Ruby Francis, 3 blocks in the regional final. Gets her first kill in 2 matches. And oh, the serve is too strong. Rachel Freeze actually whiffed on it and got lucky.
Yeah, I don't know if I couldn't really tell if that was a whiff or if that was I'm just trying to make it seem like I was going to hit it. But, I mean, Monroeville, they're going to score the point nonetheless.
Addison Lyons back, 3 aces last match. Knuckleball dug up by Philpott. Back set, the swing won't fall for Ruby Francis. Bumped ahead. Platt angles it. That won't fall. And a miss hit. It's going to be a free ball and set back over to Monroeville. In system, Lions 2. Madison Reiber. That's it. That is 1,000. Madi Reiber cuts the deficit to 1 and clinches her 1,000th career kill. They won't stop the match because this is a state semifinal.
Yeah,
but
you
that's
can't
a lot
stop
of
the
momentum.
match.
That's a lot of momentum right there, getting that one. Probably a big monkey off her back too. Back to the in-system play. Homan with a big punch back across, dug up by Philpott. Quick set across, but a lift. Double hit. We're tied.
Yeah, there was a lot of spin on that ball as it was sent over by Rushi. So how about the swing, getting the 1,000th kill for Reiber, and it's now tied up at 8.
8-8 on the Roeder Racing scoreboard. And an ace. Lady Eagles on a run now.
I said that those Raider faithful were going to be standing for quite a bit of this game. Well, some of them has slowly started to sit down as Monroeville now has the lead, but this Monroeville student section in front of us, they're going to be up all game just like the other student section.
32nd ace of the year for her. Big block that time by Reiber. Another chance for Rushi. Second swing too strong, and the block now becoming a factor for the Lady Eagles as they get their run continue.
Yeah, Aaron Watkins trying to cheer on his team for Rushi. Doesn't want to call a timeout quite yet. It's early in the set. Want to hold on to those for just a little while longer.
Lions with the rainbow ball, nearly gets an ace, but a nice reception. Quick set behind the head, won't fall. Now Reiber with the dink is blocked, but she receives it. Bumped up left side for Mormon, and Mormon can't keep it inside the lines. The run ends, but the Lady Eagles have the lead.
Yeah, Mormon not going to be able to keep that in, but credit to her keeping the play alive earlier because she got hit with a setter dump that really threw her off. Ended up right in her platform. She kind of had to bunch in and punch it up. Able to keep the play alive, however, Rushi does score there within 1.
It'll be Izzy Chapman with the serve, the setter. This will be in system. Back set for Riley Platt. Platt's off the block, but it's kept alive. Set up left side. The swing. Wow! Celeste Borchers showing why she, as a third-team All-Ohioan, rifled it right at Addie Lyons, and Lyons couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, this team isn't just Hazel Francis. They've got a lot of players over on that side. Don't get confused. I know it's their first time here, but they've got the stars making it seem like they've been here before.
but the serve, second time around for Chapman, a little too amped up, sends it long, and the Lady Eagles get a 1-point lead back. High octane action so far here in this D7 semi. 11-10 Monroeville. Maddie Miller with the serve, right at flip hop. The swing from Borches is blocked. It's sent over. The yummy ball by Mormon doesn't fall. Back over to Borchers, dinks it. That's dug up. Right side, the Reiber. Reiber dinks it. It's blocked, but keeps it alive. Now Alexa Adams down the middle. That's kept alive by Cordonier. Ahead left side again, and Borchers this time rifles it to the right side inside the line. It's 11-all.
Yeah, beautifully crafted cut shot right to a gap in the Monroeville defense. They were kind of favoring the near side, Travis, those Lady Eagles, and then just a complete switch of play from the Lady Raiders, and they're able to tie it up at 11.
Flippo back for her second set of service here in set one. Back set for Reiber. Reiber's blocked, but it's dug up by Lyons. Second chance, now left side to Mormon. Min-range, backside to Flippo. Quick set across, dug up, kept alive. Mormon again gets the swing down the line and gets it.
And that is a beautiful swing. I think that went through the two Russia blockers to give Monroeville yet another lead. Nicely done by the Eagles.
This is the balance I was talking about. You've seen multiple players getting in on it as Reiber checks out, gets a big hug from Coach Snook to celebrate 1,000. That serve just beyond. It kind of sailed there for Homan, and it's tied back up at 12.
But yeah, going back to Mormon, she got that kill. She's 7th on the team, actually 6th on the team in kills. So she just got her 94th right there. But that looked like it was a pro's pro move, as you see the depth really coming out for the Lady Eagles.
Lily Francis with the serve. In system, Mormon now from the right side, right flip out. Down the middle, Francis. Not there for Hazel. Right side now for Addie off the set. Let ball, knocked out.
No touch.
Was it touched? It was. They say it was touched. Take a look at the replay. Let me see. No, what you think? Got a little too late there.
Well, just using my eyes up here, I didn't see a touch, but Russia is going to get, unfortunately, called 4-1.
Now, there was a couple times in the first semifinal we thought it didn't touch the block, and it did touch the block, and they said it hit the net. So
well, we didn't have as great of a view on those in that Buckeye Valley game, but we've got a pretty good view up here, just in the corner of the gym.
Served by Potes. It's going to be a left side swing, dug up by Maddie Miller. Bumped ahead, overpass, yummy ball is hit into the net, and the Russia Raiders tie it up again, 13-13. A bit of a hectic play there by the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, the left hand of Hazel Francis just rises up on that overpass, taps it straight down, and Monroeville didn't know what to do with it. Great back and forth action, halfway basically through this set, all knotted at 13.
Violet Armstrong with the serve just over the net. Nice serve by her, but it's in system. Alexa Adams off the set. It's shot, bumped, but behind. Oh, Russia. Just the power there makes it 14-13 as Alexa Adams adds another one, the second team All-Ohioan.
But I love the hustle out of Courtney Flipot as she ran a long way here in Butler's gym. They've got plenty of space to work for these girls, and we're going to see a lot of great volleys because of that.
Alexa down the left sideline received. Back set, mid-range swing, too strong by Hazel, and the Lady Eagles back up two. That's a big point, too, the way this has been going back and forth lately.
And this is where Coach Watkins thinks about a timeout. You're basically halfway through the set. If you lose another one here, you got to rally in the troops. Back
corner, it's an ace. It just sailed, and you are right. There is the first timeout of this match by Russia. Monroeville was down multiple points early on. They battled back thanks to the play of one Madi Reiber. She got her 1,000th point, and it seemed like the elephant went off the back of everybody.
But that felt like it was an eternity ago at this point in this game. It's been so contested that there's tunnel vision out there from both sides. They're just focused on point after point. Some people may have even forgot Reiber even to hit 1,000 kills, and they're just going to focus on that once the game is over. But loving the energy out of both of these sides. Coach Watkins, of course, forced to call the first timeout. But those Raiders, I think, are going to be locked in. Expect to see them gunning out of this. Maybe a coach's point for Russia.
We'll see if they could do that. But, you know, Coach Kendra Snook will have her team ready out of there. I want to say hello to everybody watching or watching the monitors and listening to us, watching the scoreboard. Hello to Rose Pettinger. Go Good Luck Eagles, Connie Brown, Let's Go Lady Eagles, Brittany Myers, Denise McMurray, and Daniel Klinker, all rooting on the Lady Eagles here tonight. Almost 300 people watching. Thank you all for watching here. The feed is working, Tiffany. It's just we're doing audio.
Well, Monroeville with a 3-point lead. They're going to get to serve. Coach Watkins has pulled something out of this huddle. I believe he was very adamant about some adjustments they were going to make on that far side. Important to note is Hazel still does not have a block in this game. They want to really have her presence felt.
Mid-range swing will fall there for Russia, so there is the coach's point, as it was a backline swing by Borchers, and she gets it to fall. And Hazel will now go back to serve. Monroeville by 2 here midway through set 1. Homan with the reception. Set down the middle, Platt over the block. One-handed dig, though, kept alive. Mid-range swing right at Mormon. Set up by Potes. Dinked by Addy, but it's blocked. 2 in a row for Russia at 16-15.
Yeah, I had my questions about this rotation because you've got Hazel who serves it, but then she has to work through the back where she's mainly a middle blocker. But so far, Russia getting the better end of this rotation.
Left side for Mormon. Mormon off the block. Bit of a collision, but dug up. Now down the middle, and that is down. We're tied. 3 in a row for Russia. That was Borchers, or Ruby Francis, I should say. 16 all. Alexa with an awkward reception, bump backwards. Addy will give it a free ball. Russia can continue the run here. Down the middle, it's blocked though. Stays alive. On the run, a dink across, and it stays inside. A little push down the line, and Russia leads.
I mean, how many times have we seen that today? I think most of the points here in this 4-0 run, ever since Russia won the ball back, they've been kind of spotting Monroeville. They went to the campfire a few times, and then that beautiful cut shot just inside the 10-footer.
And now an ace. The run continues for Russia. Now Kendra Snook calling a timeout. 18-16 Russia, a 5-0 run. And now the Lady Eagles need to talk things over.
Yeah, Coach Snook, it's always dangerous when a team that makes it as far as the Final Four calls a timeout, because you know that they realize the kind of hole that they're putting themselves in, but they've done it all season where they can really flip things around in a hurry. That's what Russia did precisely, thanks to head coach Watkins. Now we'll see if Snook, who's been here before quite a bit in a state Final Four, can reverse tide. We had a game of runs earlier today when we covered Buckeye Valley over at Wright State. Yeah. Are we going to see that trend continue today?
Big thing if Coach Snook can get the coach's point here, to get it service back and to get down 1, because you feel the momentum again shifting to the other side of the court. Line judge getting back into place as Hazel ready to serve here. Up by 2 in this opening set. And she's ready to go. Right at Alexa. Set backwards, Addy, mid-range, just a standing swing there, won't fall. Cross court, blocked by Monroeville, pushed across, and it drops.
I mean, when you watch this back later on after the fact, just look at all of the bodies that are there off of the block of Russia. They really have their back, the backs of all of those front blockers that are able to get deflections on, and that helps kickstart attacks.
What a play by the Lady Eagles to adjust off of that, though. The set was a little bit towards the net, but Riley Platt able to adjust, slams it down, ends the run. It's 19-17.
Yeah, got to love a good quick set. That's exactly what we saw out of the Eagles.
Now Addie Adams the serve. To the back line, pushed straight up to the front. Back set the swing, dug up, bumped backwards. It'll be a free ball by Casey Post, who put her body at risk on that dig. And then just another little dink. Lady Raiders first, the 20, and they're able to find the sidelines well.
Yeah, they're doing a fantastic job just spot locating against the Eagles. That'll be talked about if they end up not coming away with this first set. on Monroeville's side.
Short serve. That's received by Gabby Luce. Left side the Reiber. Off the block. Punched backwards. It's saved. And it's a free ball. Another chance for Monroeville. Down 3. Left side the Reiber again. Blocked again. Another chance for Monroeville. This time right side loose from her feet. That's dug up by Philpope. Left side, and it falls for Ariana Cordonier.
And that's the pure hops that this team has. That Cordonier only stands 5'6", but you could see her rise way up above that block. Gets a nice swing down. Nothing Monroeville could do. The lead is now 4 for the Raiders.
21-17. Low serve. Platt with her hands on it. Left side the Reiber off the dink. Blocked and kept alive. Left side again, a big swing, blocked, but out.
I mean, Russia is scooping everything up, and even when Monroeville feels like they're doing a good job, they're getting on the block. It's not working out. It just went out of bounds there, and now Coach Snook has to call another timeout.
22-17. So since the Russia timeout, they've been just on a run.
Yeah, it's actually 9-1 since that stretch happened. And first set has flipped on its head today as Russia really showing out in their first ever state Final Four appearance. You mentioned it in the pregame show. It's great to see teams like this here because of the expansion to 7 divisions.
Well, for us North Central Ohio fans, get Russia out of here. They beat all of our teams. Can we get one at least? My goodness.
Can we get any
though,
sports?
But it's good to see more teams. That's the good thing about the moving to 7 divisions in most of these. You're seeing these teams that were so close but losing the powerhouses now have the chance to finally make it.
And instead of 5 state tournament appearances in sports for Russia, now they have 6. I mean, that athletic department is just on a heater.
Yes, it is. Cordonier ready to serve here. 3 points away from the first set of the state semi. Ready to go. Down the middle, but into the net. It's a coach's point.
That's the first service error today from either side. It's been very clean outside of what we saw right there, and maybe that could be a turning point, just knowing that this has been a very good game on both sides. Very clean, but Monroeville getting that edge right there, they need to keep the serve here.
One of the serves you would want up there is Addison Lyons, and that is why it's an ace. 22-19. For Monroeville to really feel good, they probably need to get this to 22-21 at least. But Lyons gets the first point on an ace. This one backside, received at the last second, but in system. Left side swing, got it to go. Nobody home in the back line, and Borchers sends it.
Yeah, that was just a breakdown there from Monroeville. Don't know how that area does not get covered, but Russia capitalizing. They get the point back, and they've got a pretty solid server coming up. Actually, their best, 44 aces on the year.
Izzy Chapman. Russia up 23-19 in this opening set. Serves it down the right line. Adams there. Back set for Platt. Platt down the right side. What a job avoiding the block there.
And you get the best view in the gym of what she just did right there, working right around that block. Great job from Monroeville. They get to 20 now, a little bit later than Russia did, but there's still time to make some damage.
Maddie Miller ready. Another one with multiple aces in the regional final. From the left side, left-handed swing to the back. Last second swing, received again, dinked over, but a chance for Monroeville. Right side, the Reiber. Reiber off the block, dug up by Chapman. High bump to the left side, the swing let ball, stays alive. Down the middle now, Adams, dug up by Cordonier. Back to her, and finished. Actually, that was Borchers. Set point coming up. Borchers and Cordonier were standing in the same place, and Borchers said, I'll take it. Finishes it off. 4 set points in this opening set.
Raider Nation on their feet. Everybody's seated right now for Monroeville as they take a collective gasp.
Serve out of bounds. They get service back, down 3.
This will be set point number 2 for Russia.
In system for the set, it's blocked. Another chance for Monroeville. And it's into the antenna. So Francis keeps the set alive for now. after the block was kind of leaning away and hits it into the antenna. Now Addison Homan needs 2 straight to extend this set.
Not impossible.
Homan angles it left side. It's an ace. It's 24-23. And we're going to get Rushi's final timeout. Lady Eagles not going away in this opening set, and if anything, momentum at least going into set 2. But we still have a point to play after this timeout.
I mean, if you don't think this is going to be a barn burner the entire way through, you haven't been listening enough to what Travis has been sharing. It's been a real good time here at Vandalia Butler as we've got game 1 of this D7 state semifinal pairing, and Monroeville really trying to keep their foot on the pedal, 1 point away from extra points here in set number 1.
And that would be phenomenal if they can get this point. I mean, for a team that's making their first appearance in a Final Four, if Monroeville were to come back, it's going to be interesting to see how they would react. But I like the timeout there by Coach Watkins. Just to try and calm his team down,
also
try to get that coach's point to end it.
Yeah, Addie Homan, just her 8th ace after that last point. So that's a big swing for Monroeville as they're looking to see if she can pull some more magic out of the hat.
Trying to tie this set up. Serve across the net, right at Philpote. Down the middle for Francis, it's kept alive. Back set for Addie. Addie dinks it, kept alive by Cordonier. Back to her, the swing is blocked and down, we're tied.
I won't lie, I was a little bit.
But she got blocked.
I was a little worried when they sent that ball away, Monroeville, and kind of gave an easy look for Rushi, but got to give credit to that block. They lined up nicely. We've got extra points after a beautiful block by Monroeville.
24 all. Back set, miss hit, but down the line. They say, though, Rushi into the net. It was going to drop. However, net violation on the swing. Monroeville now with set point.
This is set point number 6, but number 1 for Monroeville. What a swing this would be.
Homan to take a 1-0 lead in the state semi. Low serve, dug up by Philpote. Down the middle, Francis, it's dug up. Down the middle, Alexa, dug up right at the net. Chance to tie for Rushi. Homan there. Bumped left side, mid-range for Moorman. That's dug up. Can Rushi tie it here? It's blocked and down. Monroeville's come back to take set 1. Are you kidding me?
They were down 23-20. How about a 6-1 run to take set number 1, Trav?
Lady Eagles take set 1 of the state semifinal. We'll be back with set 2 after this.
Homan Transportation, hauling fresh milk and cream from the farm to your table. Proud supporter of the Monroeville Eagles.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
So you see the Lady Eagle fan section, that man right there. Lady Eagles get in on their charter bus to the hotel. They're all set up, ready to leave. They go outside. The charter bus breaks down.
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me? So one of the boyfriends of one of our Lady Eagles, that father and mother right there, that man, that hero, they brought down a little mini 15-person bus to come down here. They make a little detour. They pick up the Lady Eagles, and they get here just a little bit later than expected. But if they are to go on to continue this run and win, maybe, you got to give that man an MVP.
I mean, yeah,
nod.
I'm sure they were flustered kind of coming in with that whole situation, but it didn't seem to rattle them, especially at the end. They made it a 7. I misspoke earlier. It was a 7-1 run to end that set to win it in extra points, 26-24.
What a run by the Lady Eagles. And now, if you're Russia, how do you respond from something like that? You were so close to taking your first set ever in a state semifinal, and you had it taken away from you.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the stats right now. Hazel Francis was our player spotlight, number 12 in blue. 2 kills for her. She's negative hitting right now. It's really been Ruby Francis, number 10 in blue, really helping them out. 4 kills, 667 hitting percentage. And then, of course, Borcher's doing her thing. And then on the other side, it's the Adams family.
Yes, it is.
Kicking in. 3 kills, 2 kills for Addie, 3 for Alexa.
But 4 aces as well.
Yes.
For the Lady Eagles.
2 of them from Addie Lyons.
And the balance, too. 3 from Alexa, 2 from Addie, 2 from Platt, Mormon with 1, Reiber with her 1,000. So that balance is all so important. And now we have a little bit of a powwow up at the referee stand between the 2 captains here. Don't know what that's about. We'll let you see real quick. We haven't started action, so we're allowed to. Also, just a reminder, this is an audio cast due to OHSAA restrictions. Next year, hopefully, maybe we'll get the NFHS rights to all volleyball, but nonetheless, audio cast, but then after the match is over, we will have the full video audio, all our OH Report normal coverage coming your way. Ready to go for set number 2. Maddie Miller with the serve, that left-handed serve, received by Philpo. Cross court to Francis, and there's the big swing that you're expecting from her.
That'll get her back into the positive side of swinging in this one today. She has been held up pretty well so far today. Looking for a 100th block of the season. She still hasn't gotten it through a set. And Rushi, if they can get her to come alive with how close the first set was, maybe this opens up.
Lily Francis with the serve. Alexa Adams with the swing.
Nope, in the net. They're going to call this for Rushi.
But they say into the net. So it's going to be 2-0. Alexa Adams was trying to return the power right back at you, but went a little too strong into the net.
Except I thought she went into the net way after the fact, but they still made the call, and they give it to the Raiders.
2-0. Francis again hits that right at Alexa. Back set from Lions to Reiber with the dink. Kind of awkward. Over to Francis. Hazel can't get that to fall. Back set for Reiber again. This time with a full swing. It's tipped, received, and it's going to be bumped back up. The swing doesn't fall for Rushi. Left side to Mormon. Mormon can't get that to go. Down the middle now. A little dink by Francis. Doesn't fall. Right side to Reiber on the second swing. Dinks it down. It's 2-1.
Nicely crafted ball. It was a lot higher of a dink than I was expecting to work out, but nobody for Rushi able to catch up in that gap. First point from Monroeville in set number 2.
2-1. Now the score. Addison Homan helped the comeback, and she gets an ace.
Those are stacking up here for this team. Service ace number 5 for the Lady Eagles today.
2-all as you look on the replay on the Village Barn replay. Thank you to the folks at the Village Barn. They've been since the state tournament the first time, our coverage. Left side swing that time by Cordonier doesn't fall. Set up for Alexa. Alexa jumps but doesn't get that. It's dug up. Bumped to the backside and hit into the net by Borchers. The Lady Eagles lead 3-2.
Now that was an error on the Raiders side that gives a point to Monroeville, but another key whenever you see a team win in a big game like this is whenever you get uncharacteristic things to happen, and one of them is Addie Homan with 2 aces so far today, came in with just 9 on the year as they're trying to continue piling on in that aspect.
Quick set down the line, but dug up by Mormon. It'll be a free ball by Lions. This will be an in-system play, and Francis makes Monroeville pay. Tic-tac-toe play there, just a quick set, and the slam home.
Yeah, 16th attempt of the game. That'll make it 4 kills now for Hazel.
Armstrong will go back to serve now for Russia. 41 aces coming into this match, and that's 42. A rainbow ball just dropped on the line, as you see right there.
Yeah, pure sorcery. I don't know how that landed right on the back line. When you watch it again later tonight, you're going to agree with me. That thing dipped, and that dipped quick.
I mean, I ain't even mad. That was one heck of a serve. Homan with the serve. Lions back set to Alexa Adams, and this time she does not go into the net after the swing. We're tied at 4.
4th kill of the day. That leads Monroeville. Alexa, she'll go back to serve right after, too.
And that is why she's a second-team All-Ohioan.
Actually, they mixed up the rotation. They're going to change it up now, and it appears that Casey Potts will get to serve.
Yes, Post comes in. She'll replace the other setter in Lions. And Post will start things off. 4-4 in set 2. Received down the middle by Borchers. Francis mid-range and almost took the head off of Post. Tried to, spin out of the way of it and could not. It's 5-4.
Yeah, nice power as they went for zone 1 right there, and Russia takes the lead thanks to that. They try to return things, and back at the service line, Hazel.
But this will put Hazel to the back line. And that time, the rainbow ball a little too strong, so she gives it back, and now she's going to check out. This is the chance for Monroeville maybe to make a little bit of a run without their leading blocker out there.
Yeah, absolutely, but you have to have all your bases covered because
yes.
you got to return a nice attack that we're likely going to see out of this Russia offense.
Yeah, Cordonier also, Borcher still in play there. It's a back set, dinked over the block, but Alexa Adams there.
This is where
Gets
you capitalize.
Miss adjustment, but Platt gets it across. Another dink is going to be saved. It's going to be a free ball over by Alexa Adams. Now it's in system. Down the middle, blocked, set twice. To the left side, the swing for Cordonier will fall. It's 6-5.
That was a long volley there. Monroeville didn't have any real threatening attacks. That's just a part of them where they had a free ball in there. They had a rough set.
Yeah.
Just really got to clean that up, especially in a tight game like this, because I know that you came back in the first set, but you can't rely on that late stage. You got to come out to a great start.
Cordonier with the let ball, but it stays alive. Back set for Addie. She's blocked, but Homan right there to save it. Left side now for Platt. She's blocked. Addie puts it back across, but it's dug up. Over to the left side, swing by Borchers and knocks it off the block, out of bounds. It's 7-5.
There was a lot of action underneath that net. I think I saw both sides dip underneath onto the other side of the floor, and whenever that happens, most of the time the official's just going to say, hey, you guys cancel each other out. We're going to keep on playing, and that's exactly what Russia did. They got the point.
Another low service will be played. Down the middle for Platt. It was deflected. It doesn't matter of the touch. It stayed inside the back line. It's 7-6. One judge close to us said tip. The back judge said, I don't care. It was in anyway.
I see a lot of waving arms right now in the gym. I wonder why.
I'm not even going to go there. See, that cursed Monroeville.
Okay.
That saying just cost Monroeville a point. The movement of the hands made a little bit of a jet stream, and it carried the ball out of bounds.
Well, it's not my fault. It's the Monroeville student
I'm not saying
section.
you. I'm saying everybody. Yeah. You didn't say it. 8-6 Russia. Chapman the serve. Back set, loose, too strong. 9-6. So
quick jump out here for Russia, and they've got a great option at the service line as Izzy Chapman. She'll get to line it up again.
Yeah, a couple errors by the Lady Eagles, but an error given back. The serve sails right of the line. It's 9-7.
And when you're looking at the stat sheet and all of that, right now it seems like Monroeville is kind of jumping out in the positive side of some anomalies. A couple of players aren't really doing what they statistically have done, but they're doing better. On the other side for Russia, some of them aren't improving. They're actually doing worse in the statistical categories that they came in really relying on.
Russia unable to get a point. Left side to Mormon, it's blocked. They do get the point. Russia couldn't get a good attack, but they do get the block there, and it's 10-7.
And that was a block without Hazel Francis on the floor. It's just the second block today, but now Hazel's going to be back up there, and this is where it can get dangerous. If she can get a block, that side, the side right by us with all the Russia fans is going to go nuts.
Her and Claudia Hone, both a good double block there. Reiber let ball, doesn't matter about that block. It falls, it's 10-8. Lady Eagles back at you.
Nicely crafted off the tape. Not much else I can say on that. Great play from Monroeville.
Number 1,001 for her career. And now Maddie Miller trying to get Monroeville back to within one here. They came all the way back to win set one. In system, back set, the swing will fall for Borchers. Great court vision by her there, seeing that back line was open and hitting it just to the left of Addison Lyons.
Yeah, make it 9 kills, 4 digs for Celeste. She has really started to take that star role for Russia in this one.
Lily now with the serve. No. And now the service error is starting to pile up on both sides.
If you're looking at Russia's side, that's their 8th service error today already compared to Monroeville's 2.
Homan will look to keep it inside the lines and hopefully get an ace here. They trail by 2. Short serve, but in system. Left side for Cordonier is blocked. Francis on a second swing, hits it beyond the line, too strong, and the Lady Eagles get the point that way. They're down 1.
Honestly, Monroeville down by 1 here, but it honestly doesn't feel like they should be. They've been playing great here in this second set. It's just a couple of lapses.
Yes.
That's what has resulted in the score you see on your screen right now.
Francis dug up by Homan on the backside. It'll be a free ball by Mormon. Nearly falls, but stays in play. But a miss hit will tie it up. That was just an out-of-system play after the short dig. The set was too far behind Francis, and she couldn't do anything with it. And the errors even out, and the score has as well.
Yeah, got to clean up those setter errors. We've seen a couple already in this game from Russia's side.
It's be bumped left side, Cordonier. Dinks it, but doesn't fall. Set offwards. Addie Adams with a punch nearly gets it to fall, but it stays alive. Cordonier again. This one dug up by Maddie Miller. Homan bumps it towards the front. Mormon off the block and gets the kill into the upper deck. Lady Eagles lead 12-11.
Hey, what did I say? They've been playing like they deserved the lead. Well, now they got it.
And the play from Addie Adams, falling to her side, just punched it across to keep the point alive. And you've seen those hustle plays all season by Monroeville.
Yeah, it looked like sort of a step-back fadeaway-esque thing that you would see in basketball. Very similar there. There's an ace.
More Homan with the ace. 13-11 timeout. Russia. Again, the Lady Eagles coming back to take a lead. They did this, though, in set 1, and the first timeout taken by Coach Watkins that time started a big run for them. Does it happen again?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I think Coach Snook is kind of addressing here. Kind of pointed to her ear. She just wants everybody to hear each other. There's been a couple of lapses in communication. Just want to make sure you have everything covered in the back row if you're Monroeville, because that's what killed you in the last set after that timeout by Coach Watkins. Very similar boat. I believe that first timeout in the first set was at 16-13 Monroeville. It's 13-11 Lady Eagles. You cannot afford to give up another run like that, because this is earlier in the set, and this is where the Lady Raiders can really build up and stack up on you, and that could become unreturnable on Monroeville's side.
Yes, taking a look at the brackets. Monroeville, Russia right now. We will have Tuskegee Central Catholic and Calvert coming up next.
Shout out to both of them. They're to our right here taking in the action. Calvert's been here since the beginning of it. I think Tuskegee came in halfway through the first set.
We'll have that one in the same capacity as this one coming up next. Short serve, nearly an ace. It's saved, but it's a free ball that sails out of bounds. The run continues. No coach's point this time. It's 14-11.
That's a rough free ball. That's not something you typically see at this stage, where You just try to send one over the net, and you just flat out miss.
Homan's line drive again. Another tough reception. Set across, dug up by Miller. Down the middle for Alexa, but solo block there by Francis. And then Addie's dropped it off the block. It stays on their side. It's 14-12, so the run ends off of double blocks. 2 blocks, I should say, from Francis. And that's their game right there for Russia.
Yeah, so Russia's going to serve again from the middle of the floor and circles the formation here for Monroeville.
Set up down the middle for Alexa, and she gets the kill. Tic-tac-toe, good reception by Homan. Perfect jumping set there by Post as she was spinning, but kept it right above the net for Alexa Adams to slam down, and it's a 3-point lead again as Casey Post checks in for Lions, and now will serve. Angles this one left side, but it's received. Back set for Francis and gets it, deflects off the block, off the net, down. Russia gets the point back. They're back down 2.
Now Monroeville's been called in the net multiple times, but that's kind of one of those points where you can't let that dictate how you set up your block. That was way too far off the net. That's why it taps down right in front of you for a Russia point.
And now Hazel back to serve. Short serve this time, Homan in reception. Left side, Adams on the set, dinked it, kept alive, but no one home for the 3rd touch. And the Lady Eagles get a lucky break there. As you see, the little dink just gets knocked off to one side. Everybody moving that way. The pass gets overpassed, and no one home. It's 16-13.
Yep, scary score on the board right now if you're Monroeville. You remember what happened last time we got to this position.
Alexa knocks it out of bounds. Exactly what happened last time at this point. And now it'll be Cordonier. Can Cordonier get an ace here? Low liner, received by Adams. Platt off the block and gets it to drop.
That deflection almost gave enough time for Courtney Flipbot to try to keep that up in the corner, but just no can do. Monroeville ups their lead back to 3.
Big point there to get Addie now to the line. She serves it to the right corner. That's received. Set left side, running slide there by Borchers doesn't fall. Set up left side now for Reiber. She's blocked, but it's dug up by Addie. Back set now, on her feet is blocked. Loose just went from her feet, didn't get any elevation on it, and it was an easy block for Russia.
Ruby Francis.
Ruby.
Yeah, the only freshman on the varsity roster. Makes her presence felt. She'll stay out on the floor as well and join the front row.
Chapman now to serve. 17-15 Monroeville set 2. They lead 1-0. Homan reception. Right to post. Left side, Reiber's dink is blocked. Stays on the side of Monroeville. Now down the middle, Platt's blocked. Back-to-back blocks at 17-16.
And they're both from the freshman. Ruby Francis stepping up here mid-stage of this second set. They're now 1 away from tying it up.
This is where Madi Reiber is going to have to step up on that front line. Homan, tough reception, but keeps it in system. Backside loose is blocked.
I mean, Francis is all over the place right now.
Now Reiber over the block, dug up. Philpote. Left side swing by Borchers kept alive. Free ball to the backside. Philpote back to the net. Down the middle is blocked. And into the net. No touch. 4 hits, and the Lady Eagles survive that point, get a big one, and it's 18-16. So no touch on the swing, 4 hits.
And that's a good call. Could very clearly see that hit underneath the tape. Now we're going to get to see Lions serve. She leads the team in aces. Actually, no, Homan surpassed her, but she's got 2 of her own.
It's nice to have those 2 going back and forth, though. High set there was going to drop for Cordonier. Just very patient play there for Russia. Flippo now back to serve. They trail by 1. Alexa with the reception. Back set for Platt. She's blocked. It's out of bounds, though, and the Lady Eagles get the point back.
And still, Hazel Francis without a block here today. She is flirting with 100 on the year, and she has still not been able to get anything to drop in play as she's gotten deflections at the line. That is a big win if you're Monroeville.
Maddie Miller to serve. Monroeville 6 points away from set 2, but they only lead by 2. Flippo with a good reception. A big swing by guess who? Hazel Francis. Back in at the middle, and just again, the block too far back from Monroeville.
Yeah, just got to stay tight. I know that you've been called a couple of times. It's getting repetitive at this point, but you've been called in the net a few times. Can't let that affect how you played out on the court, because Rushi's going to take advantage of that.
Bumped mid-range from Mormon. Haley got it. 20 goes to Monroeville for the first here in set 2, as Haley Mormon avoiding the block and just dropping it inside.
Yeah, we haven't seen very many cut shots out of Monroeville, so they change it up, get the point, and first to 20.
Homan now to serve. Can she get a run for her?
Nope.
No, just too strong. It's 20-19.
Still 3 timeouts in play at this point. You've got Coach Watkins with 1 left on the far side with Rushi, and Coach Nook hanging on to both of hers. She's got hands on hips watching this team get ready to receive a serve from the Lady Raiders.
Armstrong with the serve, hits it right at Homan. Ahead the Lions, down the middle, Alexa can't get a full shot on it. Now the other way, they do. Ariana Cordonier has tied it up at 20. Using the line this time to tie it up. And you maybe think the first time out by Snook comes if Rushi takes the lead here. Alexa receives it. Lions back set. Mormon gets the big swing. It's an overpass out of bounds, and she won't have to take that timeout because they get the lead back by 1.
I don't think she would have anyways. I think she wants her team playing through adversity early on in this match, and she would have let them ride maybe one more point.
6 set points was adversity too, and yeah, you're right. They did battle back. Post the serve. Angles this left side. Kind of an awkward reception. Will force a dink by Rushi. Back the other way. Alexa.
Great
dug up,
hands.
And it's sent back over. So
That's
the Lady
a great
Eagles
play.
keep it alive. And Francis is blocked. It's pushed over. And now a chance for the Lady Eagles possibly. Little slide by Alexa. Pass nearly out of bounds. And it'll be a free ball to Monroeville. Can they get in system?
They
can. Alexa on the backslide dinks it, but a nice save. A little flick by Francis. Another set. Backwards falls. Casey Posts. She's sneaky like that. Does that at the perfect time. Throws Rushi off their guard, and Monroeville's up 2.
Congratulations to Poth. I think that's the best setter dump I've seen this year, and such a big occasion too.
And she gets an ace afterwards. Rushi's going to get their final timeout. Casey Posts has flipped this set on its head. Sorry for cutting you off, but
no, that's gorgeous. And I mean, right after the fact, she wasted no time going in with that serve, getting the ace. 2-point swing by your setter. Those are what you love to see when you can get one player, especially your setter, to step up.
Look at this dump, like you said. She waits for the perfect time to do it. She's done this all season long where, she's just getting good set after good set, and then just right when you don't expect it, quick flick back and gets the kill.
I mean, that campfire was pretty big, and you could tell it was pretty big because it's getting hot in here, Travis. I might have to take off this jacket here soon enough.
This is a phenomenal atmosphere for a state semifinal. And I think this is what the OHSA envisioned when they picked Butler High School here in Vandalia.
Well, Butler's AD came up to us and said, if you ever need anything, let me know. I think I might go take him up on that and see if he could put a fan right back here behind us.
Monroeville leads 23-20. Casey Posts serving once again after we saw that beautiful dump and then an ace. Can Rushi get service back with a coach's point here? The serve, angled again, and it's an ace. Set point Monroeville, back-to-back aces for Casey Posts.
How about this line? That setter dump gave her a kill today. She's got 6 assists. She's got 3 digs, and the ace now.
2 aces, it should update.
Yeah, 2 aces.
4 set points for Monroeville. Hits this too strong. So it's now Rushi that's survives off of one. They need a run of 3. But can we see a flip from the first set here? They have the one they want back there, and Hazel Francis. The serve, it's a rainbow ball, short. Back set, Alexa. Too strong. Rushi whiffed on it.
Whew, I don't know about that.
It was close, but 2 judges were down the line looking at it, and they hold off one more point, and Kendra Snook, going to calm her team down, takes her first time out. Monroeville 2 more set points, but we've seen this the last set, but flipped around.
Yeah, you're going to get a chance to see Coach Watkins and what he's going to bring to this huddle. I just really like the energy. I mean, Rushi, they were down by 4 at most here in this stretch, just like Monroeville was in set number 1. Could we see the script completely flip? Maybe, maybe not. And if it doesn't, Rushi's going to have to dig deep in this 3rd set. I know that they're going to want to put something together here, but if they don't, they cannot let that ride into the 3rd set, because these 2 teams are too even for this to go down as a sweep. I'm really pulling for Rushi to at least make this interesting towards the end, and maybe even take a 3rd set if they do drop this one.
2 set points still for Monroeville. Hazel Francis, first team All-Ohioan, looking to bring her team back to tie this match up. Phenomenal volleyball being played here at Butler High School to kick off the D7 semis. We will have Calvert and TCC after this one. High serve, sent front side, left over to Addie. Addie's blocked and it falls on the side of Monroeville. Point Rushi, 24-23.
Any Rushi fans tuning in, you want to take a guess who got that block? I mean, it's the freshman. Again, Ruby Francis having a breakout game here today. That's 3 blocks in this set alone.
Rainbow ball. Back set, Alexa. Got it! Monroeville takes it 2-0. Alexa Adams avoids the block, completely catches the back line off guard, and the Lady Eagles are a set away from the state championship match. We'll take a break and be back with set 3 after this.
Feel like I should go.
Homan Transportation, hauling fresh milk and cream from the farm to your table. Proud supporter of the Monroeville Eagles.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob and Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Gotta show the Eagles. I mean,
I
the
love
mascots. Always here. They've been here since the start that we've had back in 2000 when they went to the Final Four, and then a year later when they knocked off Newark Catholic to go to a state championship match. Why do you talk about Newark Catholic, you may ask, Jonathan?
Well, because Newark Catholic just had the upset of the night. They took down New Bremen, the favorite to win Division 6. They came back, the Green Wave, from 2-0 down to beat the Cardinals over at Wright State.
Take a look at the bracket one more time. Monroeville, Russia now. Tuscarawas, Central, Catholic, Calvert coming up after this one. Monroeville. The hardest lead to hold is a 2-0 lead. Can Russia battle back? They've been so close in 2 sets. You got to think this is the time they break through.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many question marks about how Russia has played so far. It has not gone how we expected. They've gotten blocks from different players than their star blocker, Hazel Francis, who has 7 kills today. She's doing great, 130 hit percentage. Just an ace and a dig, no blocks. But this team still has 5, and they pace that category over Monroeville, who just has 2 here in this one. But if you're looking at Russia, you're looking at some of your stars who have statistically done great in other areas where they have not stepped up today. You got to get back to that average, and Russia's just not there right now.
Flippo with the serve. Hits it right at Miller, mishandles it. It'll be a slide, but into the net by Alexa Adams, and once again, Russia gets the first point. It's 1-0. You know, I see a lot of blue on this side, but that's because the Calvert fans are sitting over here too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, wow, that's a lot of Russia fans. Then you think, okay, there's some Calvert fans over here as well.
Well, I think the Calvert fans are all in the second level. There's a service error. We're evened at 1, but I think all the Calvert fans are at the second level waiting to kind of condescend down as game 2 looms. But, I mean, Russia packed this place before we even started the broadcast.
Yes. Philpo with the reception. A big swing down the middle. Claudia Hone. Or Haney. That's how you say it, Haney. But that's her first kill of the night.
I would not have gotten that out of how it's spelled.
Mishandle, another slide from Alexa, and she hits it too strong. It'll be 3-1.
Don't get in too big of a hole here because Coach Snook is notorious for making some early timeout calls.
Yes. And you don't want to let
you don't want that
get
to
any
happen.
momentum back either if you're Monroeville. Serve down the side, right at Miller, bumped ahead to Addie. She'll take a mid-range swing. That'll be dug up. Left side now. Homan with the reception, but passes it into the net, and the kill goes to Cordonnier. Cordonnier with the kill. It's 4-1.
I'm loving the Russia celebrations on the bench. They're definitely keeping hype. Very similar to like college basketball that just started earlier this week. A lot of those benches like to get hype. Russia's right up there with them.
Finally in system were the Lady Eagles, and Alexa Adams gets the kill to make it 4-2. But we saw this in the district championship match. Monroeville goes up 2-0. Mohawk then wins the next 2 with a player kind of like Hazel and Biz Klopp. Then Monroeville has to hold off and win the 5th set to win the district final.
But I like that they're going to Poths early. She was such a big piece in that second set. However, she does steal this out of bounds. But it was worth the try.
Yes. So 5-2. Russia holds on to the 3-point lead here early on.
Trying to push the jinx on me because he had so many in our game earlier.
It happens. Violet Armstrong back to serve.
We'll have to keep score on Saturday.
Yes, we will. An ace hits it down the line. And again, Russia out with a vengeance here. This is their largest lead since set 1. Since set point in set 1. This time down the line again, but Miller's there. Set left side to Addie. Addie dinks it off the block, punched up. Cross court, swing by Cordonnier won't go. Back over to Addie again, mid-range. Flippo there. Quick push across, doesn't go. Quick set, will. Second time Casey Poths brings out the dump. And it's a campfire to make it 6-3.
Gotta like the variety that the Eagles are kind of throwing at Russia here. They haven't gotten kills the same way too often. That's always a big key in a big game like this.
Variety.
Yeah.
Serve too strong for Alexa. Gives the 4-point lead back to Russia, 7-3. And now Hazel Francis. Back to serve. Francis from the left side serves it right at Rachel Freeze. Set right side to Addie Adams, and she tucks it inside the back line.
Yep, block got there a little bit late. Also able to work around it. Good job there. Just got to keep chipping away.
She gets the kill, she'll get the serve. Knuckleball's an ace. It was a slow floater. It knuckled and was unable to be handled. And the Lady Eagles back down 2.
That is the 9th ace of the game from Monroeville compared to Russia's 3.
Line drive this time. Good passing. Back set. Swing by Cordonier. Won't fall. Bumped at the net. Bit of a miss hit, but down the line, Reiber was able to punch it. Back comes Russia, and it's blocked by Monroeville, but out of bounds, and the lead goes back to 3 for the Raiders.
This is the magic number. I mean, 3 obviously is the magic number, but if you want to keep it here for as long as you can, Russia, in set number 3, that would really give you some momentum, maybe force an early timeout, as we said earlier from Coach Snook.
Cordonier, will she get an ace here? No, but it will be a free ball and a chance for Russia to add on. Slow pace in system play, blocked on the swing though, and a chance for Monroeville. Back left side to Reiber, dinks it across, mishandled, free ball will sail out of bounds, and Monroeville gets a point back.
2 subs coming in for Monroeville as they will switch things up.
Yeah, setters switch out, and you see that switch between Mormon and Luce as well. 8-6 Russia here in set 3. Russia needs the next 2 sets to force a 5th. Nearly an ace. It's a free ball just over the net. Good adjustment, but it's blocked.
No touch.
No touch. Russia gets the point back. We'll show you the replay.
Yeah, 4 hits going to be called on Monroeville there.
9-6. And this is the comfortable margin Russia needs to continue keeping. That 3-point advantage. Izzy Chapman. Low serve. It's going to be an ace. So they get 1 back finally. It's 10-6.
4th ace of the game for Russia. She's starting to stack them up at an opportune time.
Leading by 4 here as we approach the midway point of this 3rd set. This one will be in system. Back set for Platt. It's blocked. It's dug by Cordonier. Opposite side, Dink. Might have been out of bounds, but kept alive. Reiber down the middle. She's blocked on her dink, and it'll fall for Russia. The run continues, and maybe, no, Coach Snook saying, let's keep playing. You got to battle yourself out of this.
5 blocks. Ruby Francis, by the way, the sister of Hazel, picking up the slack in the front row.
Francis family loves pulling some block parties. Another ace. And now Coach Snook will call the timeout. Russia with life here in set number 3. They lead by 6, 12-6.
It just seemed like Monroeville came out a little flat, and I think a little was kind. There's a lot of mumbo-jumbo in the gym after that 2nd set, a lot of momentum for Monroeville, but they seemed to lose it the second that they broke out of that huddle. And I don't know what it is. Coach Snook, it's her job to figure out what is that problem, and she's already on a knee just kind of talking things out with her team. So got to trust in her with all the experience she has that she's going to right the ship here for the Eagles.
Well, Russia isn't the number 4 team in Division 7 for nothing. You give them any type of life, they're going to take advantage of it and battle back. And that's exactly what they have been doing here tonight in this 3rd set, leading comfortably right now by 6 at the midway point. Now, can they not replicate the 1st set and continue the roll?
This is the best server, however, for Russia. So, I mean, if you're going to give up a run to anybody, if you want to stay on the optimistic side, Izzy Chapman, she's great behind the line, but you do want to put an end to that ASAP.
Chapman not frozen on that one. Set for Reiber on the dink. Mishandled but kept alive. Mid-range swing will be dug up. Back set for Platt. Off the block, stays on the side of Monroeville. Another chance for them. Now it's Reiber. Let ball. Not a let ball, but into the net ball. It's 13-6. Not sure if that was the block or was just the tape, but it still counts as a point.
Yeah, either way.
Chapman continues the serve. An ace.
I mean, this
now
is a case of a team that is excelling in their best rotation. This is by far where Russia wants to be this entire match. And if they can, they're just going to keep on piling on. However, that self-inflicted wound gives Monroeville some life.
But it gives them a 7-point lead.
Yeah.
She kind of tired out there, and after a while, you're like, okay, she did her job.
But, I mean, if you're Monroeville, you just got to have the mentality in the back of your mind. I mean, you just got to say, Russia, they just gave me the best that they have. What's the best we have? What can we bounce back with?
Well, an ace for Monroeville gets them 1 point closer there. And it's Miller this time. Miller time for an ace. But Monroeville has so many players that can get you a run due to aces. Miller being one of them. Low serve that one. It'll be a backline swing. Nothing doing. Back set for Reiber. Just wound up and racked that one down the right side, unable to be handled. It's 14-9, 2 in a row for the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, Reiber leads the team in kills, just her 4th today. She's kind of taken a back seat with some of her teammates that now after that swing, 3 players for Monroeville with 20-plus attempts on an attack.
14-9. Miller again, the lefty. Set up towards the net, a quick set across, does not fall for Russia. Back set, actually the dump for the first time doesn't go for Monroeville. Swing there, blocked. Set back left side for Mormon. Mormon's blocked. Not two swings or 2 hits called on Russia, but it stays on the side of Monroeville. Reiber's swing kept alive. Now a dump down the line doesn't go. Back set for Alexa, and a miscommunication collision gives Monroeville a momentum point there.
I mean, what's the difference from set 1 and 2 to 3? Monroeville has had the 10-foot line and in covered. They've done a fantastic job breaking in, filling in that gap, and really covering all of their bases. They did a great job on that point.
Miller nearly gets an ace, gets a free ball though. Hits it right at the net. Great adjustment on the set, and it falls for Monroeville. The run continues. It's a 3-point set now.
Way to use the tape. Monroeville rolling all the way back. We asked them what's their best. What are they going to throw at Russia in this set? And it's this right here as they continue to roll.
Short serve and ace. Timeout, Russia coming up. The Lady Eagles, Madi Miller continuing the run. That is 6-0.
Yes.
14-12 the score now. Back at you come the Lady Eagles.
That's best case scenario right there. I mean, you just gave them the best you got. And that, if you keep that rolling, force another timeout, it's an even playing field now because you were down by 6+ points.
You're going to be at least, after this next serve, it'll be 3, which is very doable. If Russia gets a point, it'll be 15-12. Midway through the set, 15-12 is okay. If you're down 20-14, something like that, if the run would have continued for Russia, then you're pretty much saying, okay, get some momentum for set number 4. But no, Monroeville, 6-0 run, and now they're back in it, at least to keep it close in set 3, up 2 sets to none. And all this does is take some momentum from Russia.
Yeah, and I think out of all sports, timeouts are the most important thing in volleyball.
Yes.
Because you keep those, It's a game of runs. I know a lot of games are games of runs, but I think more so on the volleyball side, if you can hold on to those timeouts with both of them even at one apiece in this stretch, that tells you it's a tight contested game.
Down the left side, it's another ace. 14-13, Maddie Miller. We saw it was Posts in the last set kind of being the hero. Miller's trying to be that one in set number 3. It's a 1-point set, a 7-0 Monroeville run. Her swing, again, down the line. This time it is received. Cross-court set, the swing falls for Borchers, ends the run, but exactly what Monroeville needed. Get it back to within 2 now.
Yep, Borchers team high, game high, 11 kills, 7 digs as well, hitting 121 after that attempt.
Philpo started off this set. She will serve now.
Long one.
Too strong. It's 15-14.
You could tell from up here that was going to gun way past that back line. Great job from Monroeville to let it go.
And you have to think the more this game match goes on, the hotter it gets in here. How that affects the ball as well.
And I somehow still have my jacket on, folks.
Yeah, what are you doing? Little running slide by Francis doesn't fall. Chance to tie it now. Addie Adams got it. Back line, we're tied.
She had been quiet up until that swing. 4 kills now. She's in fact the only player, actually one of 2 players, to be in the negative swinging, but Addie after that kill will likely get back to even.
And an ace to get the lead. Homan. 10. "13 aces by the Lady Eagles tonight. They now lead. It's a 9-1 run. Or I should say it's now a 10-1 run. Back set, little dink by Alexa Adams falls.
I mean, the life has been just sucked out of the building on this side of the gym, other than this Monroeville student section that's been loud all night long. Now we're starting to see Russia fans go into desperation mode, a bunch of them going up to their feet, trying to cheer on these Lady Raiders.
Well, it's also been the plan, dink it over the top of the block that involves Francis. Speaking of Francis, though, a nice slide, angled the shot inside the line, deflected down. Russia gets a point back. They're down 1. It'll be Borchers, ready to serve. 25 aces and 80% service percentage. And that sails out. Tie game.
They hit off of a foot of
Yes,
Monroeville. I thought that should have been a kick violation because you can get it up with a foot, but you cannot kick at it.
You cannot kick
and I
at
thought
it.
we saw that from the Lady Eagles, but they let it go surprisingly.
Borchers again, right at Homan. Left side to Addie. Addie angles it, got it. Gets a deflection, it's 18-17.
In comes Casey Poths. She was big in the second set late on. She's going to serve. She'll be the setter, too.
18-17. Posts on the right side of the service line. Angles it down towards the middle. It's an ace. It just drops off the face of the earth as it crosses the net. You'll see on the replay for those watching the replay. And it will force the final Russia timeout of this set. 19-17 Monroeville.
That is an early timeout if you're Coach Watkins, but I love it. I love it. You got to change things up here in set number 3 when you're down 2-0. I mean, I guarantee you, Newark Catholic, when they went down 0-2 to New Bremen, they didn't keep it on the blueprint. They had to go out of sorts a little bit. That's what Russia's trying to do here today. Can they get that same result? If you weren't with us before, New Bremen, #1 team in Division 6, out after an upset from Newark Catholic. It was an upset. Both teams were highly ranked, but
Yeah.
the Green Wave
Well,
still came back
New Bremen.
0-2 down.
It's a team that knocked out Monroeville 3 times in the Final Four. And they came back from 2-0, right?
Yeah.
They were down 2-0, won the last 3. So this is what I mean with Russia. All they need is one set to really feel good about themselves and to make Monroeville think a little bit more. However, the Lady Eagles have battled back. They lead by 2, and they're 6 away from a state championship match.
Poths with 3 aces, looking to make it 4 here.
Down the middle, Philpo with the reception. It's going to be hit over to Cordonier. Doesn't fall. Miller there with the dig. Cross court, Addie Adams, left side, got it. 20. Monroeville again, first to 20 in set number 3. They're up 3.
That's what you like to call tic-tac-toe, because
Exactly.
posts did not have to move an inch to set that up right up the middle of the court. Beautiful pass, set to the far side. They pummel it down.
And another ace. Went to the right side, tried the 8-ball corner pocket, but got a deflection to fall. It's 21-17, and Russia is without timeouts.
You know what this looks like, Travis? This looks like a team that traveled 3 hours to get here, had a broken down bus, and they're going to do everything they can to come out with a win, and they want to do it all over again on Saturday.
Short serve, it's an ace. The lead is 5 for Monroeville. They're 3 away.
I mean, all of the things stacking up against them today. Feels like the fate of the universe is just not on their side, but they don't care. They're up by 5 in set number 3, looking to make it 3 more points to go to a state title.
This one, it looked like it was going out, but it's received. It'll be a mid-line swing for Russia, dug up by Homan. Bump towards the net. Addie Adams with a quick flick, gets it back corner. 8-ball corner pocket, 23-17.
6-0 run, folks.
The second one in this set by Monroeville. They're 2 away.
It's 23-17, but if you ever watch Monsters, Inc., it's a 23-19 situation for Russia. Red alert over on the far side.
Angled, and this time they did not play it. It sails long, and Russia gets service back. Down 5, Monroeville 2 away. Need a run here if you're Russia to extend your season. They've battled Fort Loramie. 2 wins against them this season. They know how to battle back. Can they do it one more time here? Bumped over left side, Addie Adams. Dug up by Borchers. It'll be bumped to Borchers from the back line. Swings it and gets, no, she doesn't get the kill. Somehow it's dug back up, and she misplays it. It's hit backwards. Philpo gets it across the net on the free ball, though. Quick set across. Now it's a chance for Russia back again. Swing, finish, down. Cordonier gets the kill. It's 23-19. A lot to take in from that point.
Yeah, what did you say? You said that this team knows how to fight. I mean, that's exactly what they did right there. How about the libero all the way basically from the painted area on the basketball court, gunning that thing over the net, and they end up winning the point.
Armstrong hits it at Homan, kind of mishandles it, and it will be a free ball. Russia can get the 20 here with the point. Back slide. Francis can't get it. Overpass. Alexa gets it back across. Now it's Cordonier. Doesn't get that there. Homan with the dig. Cross court set for Addie. Addie got it inside the line. Match point, Monroeville. Again, Addie finding the back line and getting it in.
Addie started this set with 3 kills. She's got 8 now. She is right behind
Addie,
Alexa,
who was left out of the All-Ohio this year as her senior year, will look for her sister to get the winning point. In system, swing for Francis, dug up by Homan. Set up down the middle for Platt, it's blocked, kept alive by Russia. Cross court to Cordonier, gets the kill, and they survive. They get the 20, 24-20.
A lot of hands on heads on both sides. This is a really, really nice finish. Monroeville up 4 points. This is match point number 2.
Kendra Snook does have 1 timeout, the only timeout left in this set. And it's Francis once again at the line facing match point. Addie with a tough reception. Down the middle for Platt. Dinks it over, but it's dug up. Left side, Cordonier. With the set, it's deflected. Homan, it's a free ball across. Russia another chance here. Bit of a missed hit. Sent over post with the dig. Addie Adams on the run. Great dig by Russia. It will fall. Monroeville's going to the state championship match. A clean sweep for the Lady Eagles. This I was not expecting. Monroeville will play for a Division VII state championship on Saturday afternoon.
What did I tell you? You cannot play the short game with Monroeville. They're so good at covering everything up just around the 10-foot line. They did it with ease on that final point, and they get a great opportunity to finish it off, and they took it. Great win for Monroeville in straight sets today, and the long trip was worth it.
We will take a break. Be back with our post game after this on the OH Report.
Homan Transportation, hauling fresh milk and cream from the farm to your table. Proud supporter of the Monroeville Eagles.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
This is Jonathan Langdon. Catch me right here every Thursday for the Block Party presented by Bob & Bob Door Company, your place for volleyball highlights on the OH Report.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Time now for our player of the game. Brought to you by Schaefer Electrical Services. Madi Reiber, and I didn't notice, but Alexa Adams also got her 1,000th kill, so we're talking to both of them. First, Madi Reiber, that first set, you guys, it was back and forth. You get your 1,000th kill, and you guys go on a run that helped win the first set. Did that feel like an elephant was lifted off your shoulders, just getting that done early on so you can just play volleyball?
Yeah, for sure. It was like a weight off my shoulders.
How much momentum did you guys get facing 6 set points in that first set, coming back, going on an 8-1 run to win that set? Just how much did that give you guys momentum, and how much do you think that took the wind out of the sails of Russia?
I mean, a lot. I'm sure, like, when we got to that set point, it probably put a lot of pressure on them, and it's hard to play under pressure, so.
Yeah, absolutely. How does it feel? Senior year, freshman year, bookended. You're playing for a state championship on Saturday. How awesome is that, knowing that you're one of a few players in the state of Ohio, one of a few teams that get 2 chances now to play for a state championship?
Literally insane. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even have any words.
That is awesome. Well, hopefully you have a couple more words. If you would like to look into the camera and give some shout-outs, please go ahead.
I want to shout out my teammates because I couldn't have got 1,000 kills without them, and then my family and coaches.
All right, Madi Reiber, our first MVP. You'll hand off the headset to another Miss 1,000 in Alexa Adams. You're good. How do you feel right now?
Pretty good. Exciting.
Pretty good. You're going for a state championship.
Yeah.
Take me through this match. It was tough. Number 4 and number 5 in the state, going back and forth. Just how did you guys keep your emotions in check, especially when Rushi went on runs, to just keep playing your volleyball and winning each set?
We just had to take deep breaths and just play our game.
It seemed like every timeout that Coach Snook took helped you guys out. What does she say in the huddle just to calm you guys down and let you play your game?
She says, don't be scared, it's just a regular game.
Yes, it is. And you guys played like it. Another sweep. Do you have a preference on who you'd like to see on Saturday for a state championship?
No.
No?
No.
Anybody? You just want to play, right?
Yeah.
All right. Lastly, I'll let you do some shout-outs before I let you go. Talk to everybody else.
Everybody.
Everybody?
Everybody who came here.
You hope they come back?
Yeah.
Also, how much do you shout out one of the parents getting you guys bussed over here after your charter bus got broken down?
Oh, a lot. Yeah.
What was that like?
What? Oh, Randy.
Randy?
Yeah.
What was that like? I mean, you guys are trying to get on the bus. You can't go anywhere. At least you're at your hotel. But what's going through your minds as that's happening?
Well, good thing we left early because otherwise we probably would have been late.
Well, you're not late.
Nope.
Hopefully you're not late on Saturday because you're playing for a state championship.
Yep.
Congratulations, Reiber and Adams, tonight's Schaefer Electrical Services MVP. Back here inside the Monroeville Athletic Boosters post-game show where the Lady Eagles are going back to a state championship match. They will play at 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Travis Berardi back here with Jonathan Langdon. And Jonathan, I mean, one of the best performances I've seen from Monroeville all season long.
I mean, yeah, that was a sweep that I was not expecting. You weren't expecting. I don't think anybody on Monroeville's fan base can admittedly say they were expecting a sweep today against a number 4 team in Division 7 in Russia, playing in their first Final Four. What a performance from these Lady Eagles, and they did it in a grueling, gutsy way. They came back down 23-19, and they won the first set. Then in the second set, they kind of cruise along through. They get the win there, and then they were down by 6 in that third set. They got it all the way back, and they win again.
8-1 run to tie things up, and then they just go on another, 7-0 run to finish things out. Score by set. Like we said, they were down to, 6 set points in that first set. Come back, win it 26-24. Then they had to battle the rest of the way, 25-23, and then 25-20. Rushi almost came back and flipped the script in set 2, but Alexa Adams, our MVP, one of her kills to get her to 1,000, able to finish it off. And then Monroeville, again, like you said, that last comeback kind of just took the wind out of the sails of Russia.
And the versatility from Monroeville really proved strong. Alexa and Addie. Alexa had 24 attempts, 27 attempts for Addie, 17 for Riley Platt, 21 Madi Reiber. Haley Mormon got 12 opportunities as well. You look at the other side for Russia, they fed Borchers 34 times. I know that is one of your better players and you want to get her the ball as much as you can, but there wasn't too much of the versatility that we saw on Monroeville's side, and that matters when you get deep in the state tournament because defenses can really hone in on your stars much better when you get later down the stage.
All right, we got to get off of this stream because we have the second semifinal coming your way as well. The number 1 team in the land who's out there getting their picture right now, the Calvert Lady Senecas taking on Tuscarawas Central Catholic in game 2. But hold on, we have found her. If I could take your headset real quick, Mr. Landon. The Minister of Culture has made her way up here. So, Miss Snook, if you will come over to this side and throw this headset on. I am happy we got to see you before we had to go.
Get out.
With this final. With this. Miss Snook, how are you right now?
Good.
Good? All right, take me through this match. What were your emotions like? What was going through your head as your ladies were winning set after set?
I was like, wow, they're going to win this game. They're doing so good.
Yes, they are. How does it feel to be playing for a state championship on Saturday?
Really good.
Really good. What went well for you guys today? What did you guys do good out on the court?
Well, we were hitting a lot of strikes. We were hitting a lot of balls and working hard.
And what was your head coach able to do?
She was able to work with them to make progress. All the time.
Yeah. How proud are you of her right now?
I'm really proud.
Really proud. You excited to be able to stay in the hotel a couple nights?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lastly, Miss Minister of Culture, if you would please shout out people. Who would you like to say hello to out there tonight?
My sister and my brother, and then my friend Mia, and my other friend Sophia, and then Corey. All the Monroeville fans, and everybody who's coming here.
Yes, absolutely. One more thing, if you wanted to shout out, Maddie and Alexa, who both got their 1,000 kills tonight as well. How cool is that?
Cool. I'm gonna shout out them.
Okay.
Shouting out Maddie and Alexa.
Woo, 1,000 kills each, right?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say before we let you go here tonight to go celebrate?
Nah.
All right. There you have it. Miss Mallory Snook, tonight's, the Minister of Culture from Monroeville High School. Thank you, Mallory. We'll see you Saturday. So now, she got in right under the gun because we were about to get out of here, but we can't without the Minister of Culture. Want to thank everybody that helped make things possible today. Brandon Powell, as always, phenomenal work on the camera. Jonathan Langdon, thank you for putting up with my nonsense today here. I'm about to lose my voice, and I still got another match to go. And all of our sponsors, Roeder Racing, our scoreboard sponsor, Schaefer Electrical Services, our MVP sponsor, Underground Utilities Incorporated, Monroeville Athletic Boosters, our pregame, postgame sponsor, the Village Barn, our instant replay sponsor as well, and our commercial sponsors, Homan Transportation. Want to thank the fine folks here at Butler High School for allowing us to be here for both matches, and the OHSA for allowing us to bring you this audio cast as well as a restream on the OH Report. We're going to take a quick break, be back with match number 2. Who will Monroeville play? We'll find out coming up here in a few moments. But for Jonathan, Brandon, I'm Travis saying I'll see you in a bit.